All right, we've got head coach Pat Noonan. Coach, if you'll begin with an opening statement on the result.
First off, congratulations to New York City for advancing. A very good and difficult opponent over these 3 games. For our guys, a tough way to end it. I'm really proud of the season that this group has had. They've endured a lot, but put their heads down and went about it the right way the whole season. So this is us coming up a little bit short of one of our goals, and that's the disappointment we feel. But it wasn't for a lack of effort and desire and how they played the game. They were up for the moment, and sometimes even when you perform well, the result doesn't go your way, and that's where we're at in the moment. So I'm proud of the guys.
Merle.
This is your first time not making it out of the first round. I know anything can happen in the playoffs, but why do you think this year was different?
If you just look at the series, our finishing, I think, let us down. We had some really good chances to get a lead tonight. Credit to Freeze, makes, I know, a really good save on Lucas' chance. And we had a couple that we get into good spots and just we couldn't finish off plays. And I think in the end, that's kind of what hurt us in the game and in the series as a whole. But really the last couple months.
Luka was pretty consistently he was consistently giving you guys good chances.
Yep.
How tough of a decision was that to take him out when you did? And it seemed like he was cramping. Was that?
Yeah, it was physical issue in the moment and the play leading up to their goal. He couldn't physically recover in a way that I felt, he could finish the game. So that was the reason for the change. But he had another strong performance. I know the goals weren't there, but he was an outstanding player for us this year.
Carter.
Sorry. Pat, would you say this is the best bit of soccer that you guys have played, tonight? When looking back on the last couple of weeks, was this the best you guys have looked in a long while?
We've had games like this. We've had stretches like this. I think the game 1 there's a lot of similarities. Defensively, it was a really good showing tonight for the whole group, and limited, them from creating, the looks that we saw in game 2 that they had, and we still created chances. I thought with the ball showed more composure and had some really good sequences of being able to get up the field and into the box. But like I said, our finishing let us down. And that was probably the missing piece in what was a good performance.
As a coach, is this one of the hardest types of games to walk away from? The one where, as you said, the guys were up for it, they did everything you asked, and it just doesn't come together at the end?
Anytime you're not playing in the last game of the year and winning, it's tough.
I can go again. It felt like from minute 1, Lucho was really engaged, both on attacking but also in the midfield and in the defensive sections. How important was that to just creating that momentum that you did throughout the first 90 minutes?
Yeah, he was, I think, trying his best to impact the game early on and get us ahead. And I think even in some moments, rushing too many plays. I think, the ideas were there, either, the ability to make the play or just, forcing some plays early on. But then he found a good rhythm and simplified things, and it really allowed us to attack in a good way and not leave ourselves exposed in transition. But, he's carried us for quite some time, and, him along with the others, it just wasn't enough tonight.
Can you walk us through your penalty? How do you come up with do you come up with the order? How do you determine who's kicking? And then can you also comment on Roman making the 2 saves? Normally that should be enough to win it, you would think.
Yeah, it was based on the last couple weeks of preparation, seeing how guys step up and who looks confident. And, you can make them all in training, but this is a different situation and certainly more pressure. But I had an idea of what the order looked like, and we tweaked a couple, just having a quick conversation with the first 5, and so that order changed slightly, but all of them were ready to step up, and Roman did his job at the end there, and gave us an opportunity to get the next taker to make it and put pressure on them, but we weren't able to capitalize on that.
Coach, what do you take from this season? What was the learning experience, and what do you take as an overall?
Strong group, some good characters. I told them they were fun to work with. Sometimes, really good teams and good people don't always get rewarded with, what you think you might deserve. And, we came up short. But with how this season played out and the amount that was thrown at them at different times, everybody just kind of put their head down and worked. And that's what I appreciate from them. It was a really strong group, and you could feel it because of the silence and knowing that this is probably the last moment that we'll all be together again. So they were a really professional group the entire year, despite the ups and the downs in the form and injuries and things off the field. That could have looked a lot different than us being in the position we were in today based on what was thrown at them. They were fantastic.
Thank you, Pat.